Welcome Gideon Young as one of our two featured readers today. We're very excited to have you here with us. So let me tell you a little bit about him. Gideon Young is a member of the Carolina African American Writers Collective and Carrboro Poets Council. You can find recent and forthcoming poetry in Acorn, Journal of Black Mountain College Studies, North Carolina Literary Review, and Wells Haiku Journal. Gideon's debut haiku collection, My Hands Full of Light, was published by Backbone Press in April 2021. Prince Rivers, A Leader of Justice, a biography for young readers, is forthcoming from Gibbs Smith Education in the fall of 2021. He is co-author of One Window's Light, a collective of haiku published by Unicorn Press in 2017. Winner of the Haiku Society of America's Merit Award for Best Anthology. Gideon is a fellow for A+ schools in North Carolina, a K-12 literacy specialist, and stay-at-home dad. Very cool. His current work is with the Arts Education Partnership and Education Commission of the States. Discover more at www.gideonyoung.com. And here's Gideon.
All right. Thank you so much, Gary. I appreciate that introduction. How kind. Thank you to Sue and to everyone. This is a very prestigious group of haiku poets here. I'm a little intimidated, but also really thankful to be here and join with you today. I'm really honored to be reading with Sarah. I can't wait to see and hear a presentation. I know maybe there's a PowerPoint, but I don't know anything beyond that. So I'm really thrilled and honored about the communication that we've had with Sue and Sarah and myself and Gary, and I feel very welcomed and welcome to be here today. I'm gonna read two sort of large sections of haiku. Well, one shorter, but two sections of haiku. The first one I'm going to dedicate to Melba Liston. My daughter's 5. Her name's Iris, and she started trombone lessons this summer. She has a plastic purple trombone that's about as big as she is, taller when the slide is extended. And this afternoon, we discovered Melba in this book, Good Night Stories for Rebel Girls. I hadn't heard of her before. This is a really cool book. It's one-page biographies of awesome women. So there's Melba Liston, trombonist. So the music that you'll hear today is inspired by, it's improvisational, but it's inspired by her and her solo album called Melba and Her Bones. I was able to put a copy of this on my Dropbox, so if you want to click it in your own time, I think you can listen to the album. Each song won't be separate, but it'll just be like 50 minutes of her album. So there's a link in the chat. You can do it on your own time. Copy the link, put it in a Word document, and click it, and it'll be there for you. Really great, beautiful trombone music. So I'm gonna play some music. Well, I'm gonna read some haiku, play some music, read some haiku. These first 3 haiku are ones that spoke to me as I was thinking about Melba and listening to her album. They're from my book, which I'll talk about after these 3 haiku. Shaded Chickadee, her first notes, an Ellington tune. Shaded Chickadee, her first notes, an Ellington tune. Museumed slave manacle, the rain still falling. Museumed slave manacle. The rain still falling. Blue of winter, moonlight, jazz bass line. Blue of winter, moonlight, jazz bass line. So, those three haiku were, I believe all three were first published in, well, one was from Duke Museum. But anyway, all three were from my book, My Hands Full of Light. It's my first book that's all mine. Not all mine, obviously. Lots of people helped me get to this place where I could be holding this in my hands. Published by Crystal Simone Smith and Backbone Press, the same press that published Sue's book, and Renee as well. So there's some Backbone Press haiku family here today, which I'm really, I don't know, I feel such joy in my heart about something like that. This book, Leonard D. Moore wrote a blurb on the back, which I'm really proud of and thankful for. He introduced me to real, quote-unquote, real haiku, modern haiku, and it's changed my life. I've been writing a haiku, at least one haiku every day since November 28th of last year. I'm almost to a full year, and I thought, I'll get to a full year, but now it's silly. I'm not going to stop. And so it's just helped me have more attenuation to the life I live. I'm a stay-at-home dad, and so things are chaotic. I have a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old, and things get wild, but haiku helped me find moments of beauty, even in moments of chaos or messes of oatmeal, all of these little things. And so I'm very thankful to have haiku in my life and thankful to share it as well. So I've written haiku for 13 years, maybe 12 years. I've always been fascinated by the ways we can analyze haiku. I've been meeting with Brad Bennett almost twice a month through the HSA's mentorship program, a really beautiful program. I've super enjoyed that time with Brad. I still enjoy it. We're meeting this Thursday. And so I've learned a lot more about what is in haiku and what can lay under the surface. Yugen, wabi-sabi, ma, as we'll all be experiencing more and talking about more in a little less than 2 weeks. One of the first tenets of haiku I really felt like I started to understand was kigo, and perhaps was the first thing I really started to understand about haiku, especially modern haiku. So I'm going to I've created a curation from 4 different books about autumn haiku. The 4 books are my book, My Hands Full of Light, and One Window's Light, lots of light here, and this is a collection of haiku. El Teresa Church, Leonard, Crystal, Sheila, and myself are in it. I'm really honored to be part of this anthology. It's African American haiku poets, which I never knew about before I started to be one. And so that's really been an effervescent lift to my writing spirit, to have a community and then this further reaching community that's here today. The other 2 are a recent version of Kingfisher, published by a wonderfully amazing editor in here, Tanya, of course. This this cover gives me so much joy. This hidden music down in here, well, for many reasons, that just comes right to my soul. And then a recent frog pond. Also, an editor is in this room, and so I'm really proud to be in there too. I think that was the first frog pond I've ever been published in. So anyway, I'm calling this Autumn, Falls, Winter. Oh, and there's one haiku from a multimedia project that's forthcoming from the Education Commission of the States. It's a small book of haiku, but it's a film, and it's called The Curious Honeybee. It's photographs and music and haiku. I'm looking forward to being able to share that. I can't quite yet. They are retaining some sort of hold on it. Not in a malicious way, but just they're going to release it with some other things. But so all of these haiku are in this next section. Autumn, Falls, Winter. Campfire pops, slippery pine needles beneath our feet. Campfire pops, slippery pine needles beneath our feet. Sliver of a moon between my teeth, coffee sugar. Sliver of a moon between my teeth, coffee sugar. Tortoiseshell, the North Star in my skin. Tortoiseshell, the North Star in my skin. Fallen leaves, frog legs dangle from the heron's beak. Fallen leaves, frog legs dangle from the heron's beak. Glass jar lids jingle, lightning bugs. Glass jar lids jingle, lightning bugs. Dove song, I unlace muddy boots. Dove song, I unlace muddy boots. Early frost on the long grass, a silent hare. Early frost on the long grass, a silent hare. Fingertip eyelash, a wish for snow. Fingertip eyelash, a wish for snow. everybody.
Thank you, Gideon. That was great. That was wonderful.